welcome to Park Center High School for Northwest Suburban Conference Baseball. Final week of the regular season, and the Elk River Elks paying a visit here to the Pirates. Both teams a game over 500 overall. Park Center actually playing their second game of the day after beating Andover 2-1 in their first game in 8 innings. I'm Jay Wilcox along with Mike Bozek as we get set to kind of hit the home stretch already. It was a quick season, Mike, but these teams, both some similarities. I think a lot of teams in the conference sort of feel the same way. They've had some good days, some not as good days, but overall, pretty quality baseball teams here.
Yep, absolutely. Both teams a little over 500, but like you said, it sounds like a lot of the teams in the conference are in the same boat. They're just, battling through this season and hoping to, finish strong here for the playoffs coming up.
Tristan Carlson will lead it off for Elk River, their right fielder, followed by Charley Eldridge in center, Mitch Stroh, the catcher, Joe Pelly, the DH, Austin Humphrey at third base, Tyson Dusowski at second, Lucas Brockman, the first baseman, AJ Kozitka, the left fielder, and Kyle Esperum, the shortstop, to face Park Center right-hander Riley Peterson. Riley hasn't pitched a whole lot this year, 12 1/3 innings, 0-2 record, and a 7.95 earned run average. He had a little control trouble, but hoping to get some good innings out of him today. As we said, their second game of the year is they got a complete game in their first game out of Tanner Sherva. It sounded like a game where both pitchers were around the zone. It was a quick game. It ended up being 2-1 in 8. Popped up, and this one should be playable here, and crossing into foul ground is Peterson there, as he had to avoid the hitter a little bit, Carlson. And so the pitcher Peterson makes the catch. One out in the top of the first, and Charley Eldridge will be the batter as Peterson able to retire that first guy. Is kind of interesting. Elk River actually arrived late, so Park Center ended up sitting around for a while, and after a nice exciting win, they thought they were going to turn around and play right away again, but had to wait a little bit for Elk River to get here.
Well, I think Park Center wants to have a good, strong first inning here. That was a nice play by Peterson on the last one. It's not easy crossing the foul line, and, you got to watch the runner and maybe an edge of the grass, and he made a nice play.
And a called third strike, and Eldridge is caught looking for out number 2. Eldridge been one of the better hitters for the Elks this year at .327 average, and now Mitch Stroh will step up and as we get another look, and it looks like from early going the hitters better be ready because that pitch appeared to be not terribly high, but called third strike.
Yeah, you got to be ready to hit, so they better be paying attention.
Stroh stepping in, and a tapper right back up the middle. Peterson will flag it down, and he flips to first base for the out. So a quick 1-2-3 inning work by Riley Peterson in the top of the first for Elk River. No runs, no hits, and no one left on base. So after a half inning, we are scoreless. Park Center will get set to bat for the first time here as they try and build on that first win. They've actually won like 5 of their last 6 now. Really a step forward for Park Center this year. And, they've won more ball games, but they've also beat all their rivals. They beat Osseo, they beat Maple Grove, they beat Champlain Park. So there are a lot of things to like about the Pirates this year. And here's the lineup for Coach Nathan Johnson and PC. Riley Peterson, the pitcher, leads it off, and Sam Kill, the third baseman. Mitch Meyer, the DH, will hit third. Tanner Stein, the shortstop, hits fourth. Spencer Harrington, the left fielder, hitting fifth. Jackson Dwyer at second base, bats sixth. Derek Dugas, the center fielder, hitting seventh. Tanner Sherva at first base. And then Dylan McKenzie, the catcher, will be in the number 9 slot. And the defense for Ryan Holmgren and the Elks will have Austin Humphrey at third, Kyle Esperum at short, Tyson Dusowski at second base, Lucas Brockman at first, AJ Kozitka, Charley Eldridge, and Tristan Carlson in the outfield. Mitch Stroh, a good catcher. And doing the pitching today is sophomore righty Sam Organ. First start as a varsity pitcher for the Elks. And he did make one appearance so far this season. And so they're Coach, saying even before we get going here that they're looking to get a few good innings and then turn it over to the bullpen. They know that this young sophomore hasn't worked enough that he's, very likely to throw 6 or 7, anything like that. But they want to get some good quality innings out of him. And boy, I think Mike, all the high school teams this year have been forced to go a little deeper in the rotation because of the late start with the bad weather we had. So you're getting a chance to see some guys who, you know, maybe would have been a JV pitcher in other years, or maybe would have been, you know, just a position player, not gotten a chance. So yeah, it's kind of a fun thing, though, at times. I'm sure for coaches it can be a bit of a headache, but, you know, get a lot more guys an opportunity to at least throw a few innings.
Yeah, I think it's great for coaches. They can strategize a little more rather than just going with 2 top pitchers all season long. And so we're seeing 2 guys today that, you know, like you said, they don't have a lot of innings under their belt, but if they can get the hitters swinging the bat and their guys can catch the ball behind them, you know, they've got a chance. So we'll see what happens.
Peterson, not a good start for him in terms of feeling good, as he fouls one off his foot on the first pitch. Peterson hitting .244 this year. He's knocked in 5 for the Pirates. This is inside, and it's 1-1. Oregon, you know, a control pitcher, they say, you know, generally is a guy who can throw strikes for you. And hit hard to short. Nice backhand pickup, though, and the throw across in time. And a solid defensive start there for Esperum to throw Peterson out, and 1 gone here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, nice backhanded play by Esperum. You know, set himself up. Got there early enough, made sure he made the play, had his feet stable, and made a nice, strong overhand throw to first.
Sam Kill, the third baseman, will bat. And I think now that we've gotten a little bit later, too, I think you're probably seeing these fields in a little bit better shape than maybe the first few games that they had to play. I know you work on the field over at Champlain Park a lot, and once we've gotten some grass growth and everything, I think things kind of settle in a little bit better.
Yep, for sure. You know, it's something that everyone has to get used to, is getting outside, and the fields are shaping up, they're greening up, so it looks a lot more like a baseball game right now than early May.
Sam Kill fouling that one away. There's a look at Nathan Johnson, who coaches over at first base for the Pirates. A little bit unusual most of the time, or a lot of the time anyway. You'll see guys coaching third, but he coaches first base for PC. And a little tap foul at the plate. Kill's hitting at .250 with 5 runs batted in for Park Center. Boy, they had an amazing win early last week. Scored 9 runs in the 7th inning to come back on Irondale, and then built on that with a 3-2 win over Champlain Park.
Yeah, it was a big win over Champlain Park. You know, they come in and beat them 3-2, close ball game, and you know, in Champlain Park. So they're on a roll. They're playing some good baseball.
2-2 offering to Kill, and a called third strike as he nipped the outside corner, did Oregon there. So both teams' second batters taking a called third strike, and now Mitch Meyer will step up here for Elk River.
Nice fastball, locked him up. You know, he's coming in changing speeds. The previous pitch was a breaking ball, and this one was just enough, you know, with a fastball, and that difference in speed locked that hitter up and put him away.
Mitch Meyer, a .386 average for Park Center, gets a good healthy cut at that one, misses it. 11 runs scored for Meyer this season. Squared as though he might bunt, but takes it for a ball.
Maybe trying to get the pitcher a little bit out of rhythm, you know, give him something to think about, you know, just shorten up on the bat. I mean, Meyer's a number 3 hitter with 2 outs. You don't typically anticipate a guy bunting in this situation. He's trying to get in scoring position here.
Yeah, he does offer at that one, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, maybe he's done it before.
Now 1-2 count, so the infielders take it a step or 2 back here. Obviously, the threat of a bunt becomes a lot less with 2 strikes. Curveball, and he pops it up in the infield. Little windy day, but no difficulty there for Austin Humphrey making the catch. And so the Pirates, like the Elks, go 1-2-3 in the first. No runs, no hits, and no one left. We've played 1. It's 0-0, the Elks and the Pirates.
most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Nice day for a ball game. A little bit cooler than it's been the last week, but still definitely good day here as Elk River gets set to bat in the top of the second. Joe Pelly, Austin Humphrey, and Tyson Dusoski will hit for the Elks. Pelly's hitting .333. He's also walked 10 times, so they like him as a hitter. Good eye, and he also runs well. And he'll play at Minnesota Morris next year. So, guy that they look for good things from in today's game and the rest of the year. He's scored 9, driven in 9. Also a pitcher. And he hits this ball fairly hard past second base and into right field. Our first runner of the game, Joe Pelly, just as we're talking him up, delivers a hard single for the Elks.
Nice short stroke by Pelly. You know, hammered it right through the hole there between first and second. And now we got a leadoff guy on base. We'll see what Elk River does, if they're going to be bunting, or I don't know. We'll see what Pelly's speed's like, if he can steal a base, maybe bunt him over to third. See what happens here.
Austin Humphrey taking a strike here. He's hitting .375. He also a hockey player. He's scored 9, driven in 9, and very good speed as well. Runner is going. Pitch taken for a ball. The throw down is not in time. And Pelly, I was just looking over there thinking he had a pretty good sized lead, and he's able to swipe second base.
Well, this is going to be the challenge for a pitcher like Peterson, who has not had a lot of mound time, is when runners get on base. You know, he has to control that running game, and that's just another thing you got to think about as a pitcher.
Low and away there. 2 balls and a strike now to Humphrey as Elk River tries to get a threat going here. Ryan Holmgren, the Elks head coach, 7 years there. He'd been at Spring Lake Park, and he was an assistant over at Champlain Park for a while as well. Popped out of play.
Well, I kind of like the strategy here by Coach Holmgren. He's looking to do some damage this inning. He's got a leadoff guy on. He's got his number 5 hitter up. He's not looking for one run. He wants to put a crooked number up on the board. It's still early in the game.
And that one's in the dirt, and that's going to allow Pelly to advance to third. That curveball from Peterson out into the left-hand hitter's batter's box, and McKenzie tried to smother it but couldn't quite do it. And good alert play by Pelly. He was running right from the get-go there when that ball scooted away.
Yeah, his heads up base running, saw the ball in the dirt and took off.
And taken for ball 4, so Humphrey will be aboard here for the Elks. And so wouldn't be a surprise to see them get something started on the bases here with runners at the corners. Now Dusoski will hit. Tyson hitting .364. He's knocked in 9. And they said he's really kind of come into his own as a player this year. And well, his dad was a former soccer star at Anoka and also professional soccer player. Squared, but takes it outside for a ball. Really looks like Humphrey could swipe second easily if they so choose here.
Yeah, and depending if Park Center can throw him out, I would take the out at second if they got a chance at throwing him out. Yeah, he's definitely leaning, so he is running on this one, but it's not a bad trade-off. I'd go for that out if they can, if they can get a good throw down to second.
And that's going to be a balk. Peterson did not come set. And so Humphrey will advance to second on the balk.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Not a lot of mound experience this season, and it's it's with the runners on, and you got to just ignore that. Peterson just has to take a deep breath and concentrate on the hitter, and don't worry about the runner so much. Just, you know, get one out at a time here.
Hop foul and out of play, and of course, you know, the runner moving to second isn't such a big deal, but the run scoring on that play is what hurts Park Center there. So 1-0 lead, and Dusowski hitting now with still a runner in scoring position, nobody out. Drills this one to center field, but it looks playable. No, it's off his glove. And this might score the run. Nope, gonna hold him at third. Coming into second is Dusowski, as Dugas misread that ball, and it'll be an E8. Looked like he had things pretty well measured, but he just didn't squeeze it.
Yeah, I think he's just started backpedaling a little too much. He came in right away, so his first initial step was in, and that can always hurt you as an outfielder. You want to freeze and then make your adjustment in or back. So it's a lot of guys will go back first, and then it's easier to come in. But when you come in and then got to go back, it's a very difficult play to make.
So second and third, nobody out. Lucas Brockman, the hitter now for Elk River. And Humphrey, actually, it probably ended up hurting him overall because he was going to tag to go from second to third. So he did not score on that play. But I don't think anything done, you know, when there's nobody out, no reason to take a chance there.
Yeah, and center field's tough. It's a tough position to play because of the angles. You know, balls hit right at you, and that was a line drive, a high line drive that was hit right at the center fielder, and it's not an easy read.
Taken for a ball there. Brockman has played solid D at first base, struggled at the plate a little bit. He's hitting 159, but he has walked 8 times and scored 9 runs, so he's, you know, been a valuable guy on their team. Takes that one up high for a ball.
Well, we got second and third, nobody out, and Elk River's got a run in already and looking to tack on here.
Ooh, and he goes after that one, swing and a miss. Park Center this early in the game, and just the way the game's going, not electing to play the defense in here, which I fully agree with here. I think it's too early to be worried about trying too hard to choke off a run.
Yeah, I think they know they're up against an inexperienced pitcher as well, so they think that they can score some runs today, and we'll see what happens. Again, Peterson just has to just keep his composure and, you know, go after the hitter.
And he gets Brockman to chase one out of the zone and strikes out. So 1 out, and A.J. Kozitka will be the hitter. Kozitka, good defensive outfielder and good speed. He's hitting 250 as you see this one. He was looking to protect and just couldn't get the bat to it.
Well, that's a big out. I mean, it's all about damage control now for Peterson. It's, okay, you gave up a run, and let's just limit it there. I mean, you come out giving up 1 run, and it's kind of a little moral victory. Ooh, that one doesn't feel too good.
Caught the catcher McKenzie with that foul bunt here. Umpire gonna give him a little time here, but it looks like McKenzie's told them all that he's all right, as his coach Nathan Johnson made his way out there, but
it's kind of what happens. It's goes along with the work.
And that one fouled straight back, so Kozitka behind in the count here, 0-2, with Esperum waiting on deck for the Elks. They try and build on a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second.
Good cut by Kozitka. Fouled it straight back, so that means his timing's right on that fastball.
Well, breaking ball tap foul down the third baseline. Park Center will be back here for home games the next couple of days as well. To conclude the season, they've got Centennial and Anoka, I believe it is. And a rip and a miss.
Good pitch by Peterson. Catcher wanted that ball up in the zone, and Peterson hit his spot. So now what he's got to do is he's got to make sure that the whole team's got to refocus. They got 2 outs here. and just concentrate on this third out, and they can get out of this thing with minimal damage here. So see what happens.
Esprum hitting .233, a good athlete. They like him as a shortstop a lot. And also another hockey player, starting goalie on their hockey team, which obviously they've had a good program for a lot of years.
A few hockey players that come out of Elk River.
That's right. There's a strike.
Esperum's got a battle here. He's got to, make sure he's not leaving too much of the plate. He's going to get the bat on the ball.
Chopper to the left side. It is backhanded. There'll be one run in, but that's the only play they can get. So nice job defensively to keep that ball in the infield anyway there, hustling over. But the run will score as Humphrey comes in on an infield hit there for Esprum. Just put it in a good spot.
Yeah, Stein made that play at short and, didn't get an out of it, but saved a run for sure. And good at bat by Esprum. Good possibility here. He's going to try to get in scoring position.
Tristan Carlson stepping in. Carlson, a hard liner, and it's juggled but caught at second. Wow, that one got there in a hurry, but able to squeeze it is Dwyer for the out. So the Elks are done in the second inning. They come up with 2 runs in the inning. On a couple of base hits, there was 1 Park Center error and 2 left. We go to the bottom of 2 here. It's 2-0 Elks.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Jolly Roger flag flying here at Park Center as the Pirates now trail Elk River 2-0, but plenty of ball game to go here. We hit in the bottom of the second. Stein, Harrington, and Dwyer stepping in, the 4, 5, 6 men. And a curveball taken for a ball. Sam Morgan, the sophomore, had a pretty solid first inning for Elk River, but good hitter coming up here. Stein for the Pirates. I think been probably one of their top 2 or top 3 hitters this year for sure, hitting .395. He's got 4 doubles, a couple of triples, a home run, 12 runs batted in. Nice curveball there for a strike.
Well, Park Center would like to answer, at least get 1 back in this inning. Get a guy on base and put some pressure on the pitcher here.
Tap foul at the plate by Stein. So Park Center, they had, probably one of the more experienced teams in the conference coming back. A lot of these guys kind of took their lumps a little bit when they got thrown in a little early into varsity play, but have just gotten better and better as a group. Curveball here, lifted out to center, and coming on. No trouble with the wind that time out there in center for Eldridge, and Stein is out to begin the second. Spencer Harrington will bat.
Yeah, some of these Park Center guys have been together in the program since 7th, 8th grade. I know they had to start a lot of guys early, a lot younger than they would have liked, but just due to numbers, and it's starting to pay off for them. They're playing well. They've been together as a group for quite a while now, and they're, they get along, I'm sure. They got good team chemistry, and, they've got a winning record, so it's good for them.
Spencer Harrington had the sacrifice fly that won the game against Andover earlier today Nice pickup at short. The throw, tag is bobbled, and he's going to be safe. So Harrington will reach on an error. It's a tough error. It was actually a really nice pickup out there at short by Esperum. His throw is a little bit offline. First baseman does the right thing here, except he can't hang on when he makes the tag.
Yeah, it was a good play by Esperum at short, and first baseman did the right thing. You know, he came off the bag and tried to make that tag play. The ball just popped out of his glove, and it could be a newer glove. Sometimes you get a glove that's a little stiff, and that ball doesn't sit in that pocket as well sometimes. So
Jackson Dwyer, the batter, so an error on the Harrington ball there. Give Park Center a runner with 1 out. Curveball hangs up and in, 1-1. Dwyer hitting .326 this year. He scored 12 runs for the Pirates. Throw to first and not in time. Good quick move though.
yeah, good quick feet by Oregon. Not afraid to throw over there, so that's a good sign.
Harrington didn't have a huge lead, but he was a little caught off guard by how quick that move came. It wasn't a super close play, but runner is going this time. Nope, he holds up. And the throw down. Looked like Harrington just wasn't satisfied with the jump he got, and he put the brakes on and came back.
You know, not a bad play by a base runner. You know, you get the sign from the coach, you know, to get to go, you get the steal sign, and if you don't get a good jump, no one's going to blame you for not going.
Another throw to first. Yeah, I agree. If you know in your own mind, if you didn't really get a good start, or sometimes you slip a little bit if the dirt's a little loose, and nothing says you have to go just because you started. That one's in the dirt. Runner was going, and no chance, obviously, now to throw him out. So when all is said and done, Harrington will end up at second anyway.
Yeah, good read by Harrington. That's something that Park Center has to keep in mind when watching Oregon pitch. He does like to go to the curveball, so he may do that again here. Bounce a few more in the dirt.
Comes with the fastball, chopped to second. Take the out at first, but Harrington moves over to third as a nice good hop there for Dusowski. And so Derek Dugas will bat now for Park Center with a runner at third and 2 gone here in the bottom of the second. Job to put the ball in play, get that runner over.
Yeah, good play by the second baseman coming in on the ball and being sure-handed. Just got to get the out.
Dusowski fouls that one back and out of play. Excuse me, Dugas fouls it back. Dugas hitting .386 this year, 6 runs batted in. There's a strike.
Got to be ready to hit.
And swing and a miss at the curveball. So nice job by Oregon to get out of trouble there in the second inning. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left aboard. We go to the top of the third here. It is 2-0 Elk River on CCX.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Boom. Ay, let's crawl. Ay, yo, let's crawl. Boom.
From the home of the Park Center Pirates, it's Northwest Suburban Baseball here on CCX Sports. Jay Wilcox and Mike Bozek with you as Elk River leads at 2-0. We head to the top of the third. The 2-3-4 hitters coming up for the Elks. So Charley Eldridge leading off. He took a called third strike his first time up against Riley Peterson, and that one taken for a ball. Eldridge, among his hits this year, 5 doubles and scored 15 runs. Been pretty productive hitter for them, although caught looking at a strike first time through, and there's strike one.
Yep, good pitch by Peterson, coming right in with a fastball. Letting him know he's still out there. He's not going to give in to hitters.
And that fastball upstairs, 2-1. A really quick and easy first inning for Peterson. The second one got a little messier as he gave up a single and a walk, and then that liner to center field that was dropped by Dugas. But did a pretty decent job bouncing back, or their team as a whole, to get out of it at 2-0.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. So you just take it and go from there.
2-2 pitch just inside. Peterson wanted that one, but doesn't get it. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Important to get this leadoff hitter this inning for Peterson.
And it's a hard liner out to left field, and a little leap there to get up and grab it for Harrington. So that was somewhat similar to the ball that the center fielder had glance off his glove, kind of a line drive that just hung up about 15 feet high most of the way, but he had a good read on it all the way.
Yeah, that ball's getting up in that jet stream, and it's giving the outfielders a little bit of trouble. Eldridge hit that ball hard, but Park Center will take that out.
Mitch Stroh, the batter, he takes a strike. He had a comebacker first time around. He's hitting .481 this year. 6 doubles, a triple, a home run, .532 on base. So to get him out the first time around was a pretty good thing for Peterson. He'll try and do it again.
Well, you always want to face a guy like this with nobody on base. So see if you can get him out with a pitch, maybe a breaking ball or change up. Get him out front.
Stroh lifting one to center. Dugas coming on and has it measured for out number 2, and Joe Pelly will be the batter.
I think that might have been the changeup that got Stroh out front a little bit. Lazy fly ball.
Slashed foul past first. Pelly had a single his first time up and came in to score on the balk committed by Peterson.
Looks like the base ump is trying to direct players to make sure they're either in the dugout or not just hanging out outside the dugout.
And that's a safety thing, obviously fouled away there by Pelly. And that's always interesting. Some guys will give you more leeway than others on things like that. Pelly lays off that one up and out of the zone.
I think Pelly might be the only left-handed hitter in their lineup. Have to double check that.
Foul tip held onto by McKenzie, and a strikeout, a beauty there. And so the Elks are done in the third. No runs, no hits, and no one left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 3. It is still 2-0 Elk River here on CCX Sports.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
fans on hand here on the Park Center side there as their team trailing at 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. It'll be Tanner Sherva, Dylan McKenzie, and Riley Peterson, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up here against Sam Organ. Sherva fouls the first pitch back.
Well, Peterson got through that last inning for Park Center. Got through the 2, 3, 4 hitters in Elk River's lineup and got things moving along. Oregon's doing a nice job. He's starting to settle in a little bit, so we're going to see, maybe we'll start seeing more of a pitcher's duel here.
Taken for a ball there.
Sherva just got to get on base here. Leadoff hitter in the inning. Just try to do what he can. He's batting in the 7th hole. Just try to put the ball in play and run.
So 3-1 count now as Oregon, I think his bread and butter is kind of getting ahead and then throwing that curveball, getting him to chase a little bit. And that one taken for a ball. So the first walk issued by Oregon as Sherva leads off the third with a walk, and Dylan McKenzie will be the batter.
Not a bad pitch by Oregon. He just didn't get the call on that. So we'll see what Park Center, if they got a strategy. They're the home team. They're only down by 2 runs, so it not out of the question to be bunting here. You got the McKenzie up, number 8 hitter.
Or 9 hitter, actually, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, 9 hitter.
High and tight with that fastball. Kinsey hitting a 292 this year, so he's not been an easy out, even at the bottom of their order today. Oregon flipping to first.
And Oregon's just got to make sure that he gets an out here. That's double play is great. You just don't want to give the momentum back. Oh, a nice hit by McKenzie. He just slapped it over short, kept his hands inside the ball real nice. And now Park Center's got runners at first and second here, and they're threatening.
Nice piece of hitting there. Just dropped it in a perfect spot. We'll see a courtesy runner now for Zach Poppy will run at first base for the catcher McKenzie. Just a couple of subs really on the bench today for Park Center. And they put one of them in right there. So Riley Peterson will bat. Couple on, nobody out. Good chance for the Pirates here to battle back after trailing at 2-0. Peterson offered, it was strike, and now the throw to first. Sherva thought about taking off there from second when that throw went to first.
Well, that's a good heads-up play by the Elk River catcher. You know, the bunt attempt, batter fails at the bunt attempt, and a lot of times you can throw behind that runner, the trailing runner, because he's off the bag a little too far, and that's what happens. So there's always a chance there.
Bunting again, it's popped up. Stroh will run and make the catch.
Nice play by Stroh. He just got out, good bounce behind there, and made that look easy.
Yeah, he got a beat on that one immediately and got to it, and so Peterson unable to get that bunt down.
No time to flip off the mask, just go after it. Good play by Stroh.
So Sam Kill is the batter, and that one sliced foul.
And bunting's a lot harder than it looks. I mean, you even see major leaguers have a hard time just getting a bunt down. It takes a lot of practice. You got to keep your bat above the ball and don't jab at it. Stay on top of the strike zone. Try to catch the ball with the bat.
Here's a foul by Kill, and that one will be tracked down and caught by Brockman, the first baseman, in foul ground. So back-to-back foul outs by the Pirates after they got the first 2 hitters aboard, and now Mitch Meyer will bat. You could see he was a little bit worried, you know, how much room do I have over here? Obviously, they don't play, you know, at Park Center all that often, probably every other year, if that.
Yeah, good play by Brockman. He's a lot of foul territory here at Park Center, and he made that look easy. That was a good jump there. So Oregon now has 2 quick outs with an inning that started with the 2 guys getting on base, and he could get out of this inning unscathed.
Mitch Meyer has other ideas about that, though. He popped to the third baseman his first time up, but has been one of their better hitters certainly all season.
Well, Meyer's the number 3 hitter here, so he's got to look to hit it hard. Nope.
Curveball right back to the pitcher and the flip to first base. So nice job by Oregon getting out of trouble. Pirates done in the third. No runs, 1 hit, and a couple left on base. Through 3 full here. It is Elk River 2, Park Center 0.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
Riley Peterson completing his warm-up tosses here as he gets set to face Elk River in the top of the 4th inning. Austin Humphrey, Tyson Dusowski, and Lucas Brockman will be the batters. And Mike, I think overall both coaches have to be, relatively happy with what they've gotten out of their pitchers, considering that they haven't been guys who have worked a whole lot this spring. And just as I say that, there's going to be a base hit. Nice pickup by Stein, but Humphrey getting an infield single there for the Elks.
But it's both pitchers are making the hitters put the ball in play, making them swing the bat. You can't beat that as a coach. That's what you're asking for. Nice play here by Stein. It's just kind of a tough play, just ball in the hole, and it was going to be a sure hit.
Yeah, he did his job really by knocking it down. Obviously had a little stumble there, but I don't think there was really much chance he was going to have a play on him anyway. Dusowski, the hitter, squared but takes it for a ball. Again, Humphrey runs pretty well at first base. He's a closer as a pitcher and also a very good hockey player. Gonna flip to first. Be very surprised if Elk River doesn't either bunt or try to swipe second here. Dusowski hit that hard liner in the second out to center. That was dropped for an error by Dugas. Wasn't a real easy play. It was a hard line drive, about head high or a little more, and he looked like he got to it, but then it just popped out of his glove.
Yeah, and we'll see here if they can get the runner in scoring position, and then you've got a whole lot of options. You've got a good hitter at the plate in Dusowski. He's a clutch hitter. He can drive guys in. So you don't maybe not necessarily want to give up his bat for a sacrifice bunt here.
Runner is going, and the throw down is a pretty good one, and they got him. McKenzie gunning Humphrey down at second. And so the Elks lose their leadoff hitter there as the tag slapped on. Very strong throw by McKenzie.
Yeah, great throw by McKenzie, right on the money. Good tag by the infielder, good slap tag. Put it on the runner, and Peterson can breathe a little easier.
Dusowski lining that one to right field. That'll be a base hit. Takes a turn but hangs on. Does a nice job to get over and cut it off by Spory. So had they been able to successfully steal that base, that probably would have been a run, but great job by Park Center defensively to. So now we just get back to a runner aboard at first with 1 out, and Lucas Brockman getting set to hit.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Dusowski. Hit the ball hard again, so 2 at-bats, he's hit the ball right on the button.
Brockman a strikeout his first time up, so he is 0 for 1. Well, we'll see if Elk River backs off a little bit from being aggressive or if they'll try and send Dusaski. Hard liner, but right at short. Here's the throwback to first, a double play. Stein with the catch and got rid of it in a hurry. And they get the double play to end the frame. So Elk River hits the ball hard 3 times in the 4th inning, but not much to show for it. No runs, 2 hits, and no one left on base. We go to the bottom of 4. It's still 2-0.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Tanner Stein stepping in here to lead off the bottom of the 4th for Park Center, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike from Sam Organ, the sophomore righty who's done a nice job for Elk River. Stein flied to center field his first time up, and that curveball in the dirt.
Oregon's curveball has gotten stronger throughout the game. It's got a little more bite to it. He's mixing his pitches pretty well here.
Comes back fastball here, and that one's fouled down the third base line there by Stein.
Nice play last inning by Stein to get that double play on the line drive, and threw it across, got the runner out at first.
Yeah, he had good footwork to be ready to throw. I mean, the catch was, not terribly out of the ordinary. It was just a hard liner right pretty much at him, but he was ready and set to throw as soon as he caught it, and that allowed him to get the out. And smokes this one, but right at third, as Humphreys, well, turnabout is fair play there, as Stein caught a line drive last inning, and this time he hits a rope, but Humphrey right there and makes the catch.
You can't hit a ball much harder than that. The old Adam ball's really flowing today.
So Spencer Harrington will step in. Takes that one for a ball in the dirt. Harrington reached on an error his first time up. It was actually the start of the play was a really good one by the shortstop Esrom. Then his throw was up the line, and in trying to make the tag, the first baseman, as his glove made contact with the body of Harrington, the ball popped out.
Good pitch there by Oregon. Change the eye level of the hitter a little bit. I know he's been really working down in the zone. And you do want to change that eye level once in a while. You don't want to have hitters just constantly looking down, down, down. So it's always pitchers that have good command can throw it up in the zone as well, and it's still very effective.
Came back with a curveball for a strike, and now Harrington asking for and granted time before that pitch can be delivered. And a fastball in the inner part of the plate for a strike, and it's 2-2. Well, you wonder, you might get more innings out of both these guys than what you thought coming in, just because of the fact that they haven't had to throw a whole lot of pitches.
Yeah, I think Peterson had the tough, was it the second inning where gave up the runs? And from there, he's settled in, and Oregon's just been doing a nice job. He's getting them to swing the Park Center to swing the bats, so defense is making some plays behind him.
3-2 pitch, and it's hit out to center field, medium deep, and battling the wind just a little bit there, but Eldridge squeezes that one for out number 2, and Jackson Dwyer will be the hitter.
Yeah, good pitch, routine fly ball to center field, puts it away.
I actually thought off the bat that one was hit, might carry a little deeper. I think that wind knocked it down just a little bit as well.
Yeah, it sounded pretty good.
Dwyer a swing and a miss. He bounced to second base his first time up.
Good mix. It looked like a first pitch changeup. Got the hitter out front. Well, Oregon's got 3 pitches going today.
Fastball hit hard to short. Esprum up with it, and he'll throw him out. And so another 1-2-3 inning work by Oregon. The Pirates in the 4th. No runs, no hits, and no one left. We have played 4 full here in Brooklyn Park, and our score is Elk River 2, Park Center nothing.
Doesn't see race. Love is love.
Nice May afternoon here for baseball. Elk River leading Park Center 2-0 here at the home of the Pirates on CCX Sports as we go to the 5th inning. AJ Kazitka, the left fielder, leading it off here for Elk River. Riley Peterson still out there on the mound for Park Center, and why not? He's done a nice job, as we said, both guys have.
He's pouring him in there. There we go. Starts with first pitch strike.
Kazitka struck out his first time up. Taps this one foul wide of third.
Peterson has to make a good pitch here. You don't necessarily want to mess around too much, get too fancy. You got the 8-hitter up in the lineup.
Comes with a changeup and a swing and a miss. So he's got Kazitka twice on strikes, and now Esprum will bat for the Elks.
Well, nice to see that he's pulling a third pitch out of his pocket. You know, that changeup is not easy to command. It's totally a field pitch. Doesn't matter what grip you use as long as you can get it to go about 8 to 10 miles slower than the fastball and make it look like a fastball, and that's what he did. He got that hitter out. A good pitch.
Esprum has the only RBI in today's game, as he had an RBI single. Knocks it up the middle. Stein, a long way to go to get it, and they throw to first, and a nice pick as well. Wow, great job both guys there for Park Center as Sherva digs it out. And Esprum is out 6-3. Looked like he was going to have himself a base hit there.
Yeah, you know, Stein came across and made a nice play, and his first baseman picked him up on the back end of this and with a nice dig. So Sherva definitely saved a hit there.
Tristan Carlson, the batter, he takes a strike for the Elks. Last time up, lined out to second. And a grounder to second this time. They flip to first in time, and another quick inning work there by Mr. Peterson. So the Elks in the 5th, no runs, no hits, and no one left. We go to the bottom of 5. It remains 2-0 Elk River.
Nice play.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Welcome back here to Park Center. Derek Dugas stepping in to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Takes the first pitch for a ball from Sam Orgon. Dugas struck out his first time through. And that one just low, 2-0.
Well, right now both managers have to keep a close watch on their pitchers. They're not used to going this deep into games. They've both done an excellent job. Orgon's really been hitting the strike zone and commanding it well. Now he's behind 3-0, so this is the kind of the breaking point of a game where you get a pitcher that has been doing real well, and all of a sudden they can just lose it.
That one is a strike at the knees. Dugas was taking all the way. And taps that one foul, so the count now running full.
Well, nice job. Oregon's back in the count after going down 3-0. Now you got a payoff pitch here. Just don't get too fancy. Make them swing the bat. They got to earn it.
And that one is in the dirt, so Dugas will draw a leadoff walk here to begin the 5th.
He hasn't walked many batters today, has he?
No, just a second. Tanner Sherva will be the batter now, and he had a walk last time up. Also had that great pick at first base to help Stein on the low throw in the last inning. We're going to have a little conference at the mound here.
Well, give him a breather. Just remind him a little bit here. Let's not think too far ahead. You got to go one pitch at a time. That's how the game's played. Just concentrate on your next pitch. You don't want to just slow the mind down a little bit.
So they are sticking with Oregon here.
I don't know if they've got, I can't tell if they've got anyone warming up in the bullpen yet for Elk River. Let's see if Park Center's going to try something with Sherva.
Squared early, now pulls the bat back and fouls that pitch away.
I mean, they're only down by 2. And you never know what can happen in high school ball. You can still bunt when you're down by 2 if you're the home team.
Oregon throws to first, and looked like he had him leaning a little bit there, but he has not been shy about throwing to first.
No, he's got, like we said, he's got a nice move, good quick feet.
Breaking ball just missed.
And this is a good count. Well, it's a 1-1 count. I'm not sure if they can try anything here. Hit and run, or they got a bunt.
Squaring to bunt, and it's a strike.
It might have been a fake bunt steal. He batter pulled it back, and I don't know, maybe the runner missed the sign.
Didn't look like Dugas had an especially good lead over there either. Throw to first, and he's back in.
Well, Oregon, you know, he's doing what you should do as a pitcher, just trying to slow things down.
And driven out to center field, and it's going to drop in. He deked the runner. Here's the throw to second. It's in time for the force out. Wow, that's a pretty heads-up play by Eldridge in center as he made that runner believe he was going to catch the ball, and he ends up getting the force play on Dugas at second.
That was a major league play by Eldridge. You don't see many guys do that. And he was very composed on that. Knew exactly what he was going to do and got the runner out by a long ways.
I have to admit, from back here, he had me fooled. I thought he was going to catch it.
Yeah, great decoy.
So McKenzie will bat with Sherva now at first base and 1 out. So he gets an unfortunate non-base hit because his teammate was forced at second there, but heads up play in the outfield for sure.
Well, you know, as a runner, you really got to be mindful of where the fielders are. You know, you can't just always rely on your coach to tell you where to go and when to go. You have to really be your own coach. And yeah, he deked us here, so it's just as a base running tip, you got to always know where those outfielders are playing.
And for Dugas, it ends up looking bad, but boy, I tell you, like we said, it was a really, really good deke out there in center. Go to first, close play.
You know, that pickoff by Oregon is it's totally neutralizing Park Center's running game. It's a good move. He's not afraid to throw over there. And if you're Park Center now, you have to guess if you want to try to steal a base. So Oregon's doing a real nice job controlling that running game. It's not all about the catcher controlling it. It's what that guy in the mound can do.
And misses though, so 3-1. So you perhaps thinking about the runner a little too much here too, though, as McKenzie has a 3-1 count in the top of the order coming up then for the Pirates. Back up the middle, a diving stop, and they flip for the out. Wow, Esprum, tremendous play to get the force out there. That one appeared to be headed through for a base hit, and even when he knocked it down, I didn't think he was going to be able to get him.
Boy, Elk River is flashing the leather today. Nice play by Esprum to get that out at second. Get the lead runner.
Poppy will run again at first base for the catcher, McKenzie. So 2 outs and Riley Peterson will hit, as you see the smile on the face, and rightly so for Esprum, and a nice job to, you know, make sure he's there to cover by Dusoski as well.
Well, they're having fun out there. I mean, their pitchers, you know, throwing strikes, and you want to say that old pitch to contact, that's what exactly what he's doing, and his fielders are having a ball out there behind him.
Riley Peterson, 0 for 2 so far. Trying to keep the inning going here for PC. Popped up. Stroh, the catcher, throws the mask aside and will make the catch. And so the Pirates are done in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 left aboard. We head to inning number 6. It is still 2-0 Elks here on CCX.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
we go to inning number 6 here, and Riley Peterson back out for another inning of work here, as both pitchers have been pretty efficient. Run into trouble here and there. There have been some hard hit balls right at players. There have been some really good defensive plays behind them too. So they've both maybe exceeded expectations here today. Charley Eldridge stepping in to lead it off for Elk River here in the top of the 6th. He had a strikeout his first time and then lined to left in the last at bat in the 5th. Taps this one foul.
Yeah, Peterson, he's pouring the ball in that strike zone as well. He's got Elk River swinging the bat. We got 6 total hits in the game between the two teams.
Well, and Eldridge made what's going to be, especially if they hang on and win, one of those unsung plays by decoying in center field on a kind of a soft liner that he made the base runner believe he was going to catch. And it dropped in well in front of him, but he had plenty of time to throw to second and get a force play, and a really heads-up kind of play. Got in a miss here, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, you know, that play by Eldridge, you know, that's a mindset type play. You know, you really have to be concentrating and be in on every pitch.
And he takes that one for a ball, so Eldridge drawing a walk, leading off inning number 6. Only the second walk issued today by Peterson.
Yeah, Peterson's done a nice job. Not a good sign when you walk the leadoff hitter in late innings, so coach's going to come out. And
especially when the 3-4 hitters are due up next for you, too.
Yep.
And
no activity in the Park Center bullpen yet, so we'll see.
They've got pretty limited guys, so if there is a switch, I think it's, you know, could very possibly be coming from a position player, and it looks like Peterson has handed the ball over to Coach Johnston here, so yeah, I don't think you usually give it back once that happens, so they're probably going to have a pitching change, I think.
Oh yeah, he is coming out, Jay, so did a nice job. Great job by 27 today.
So it looks like it will be Zach Poppy coming on to pitch here for Park Center. We'll take a timeout as he warms up. We'll be right back here to Park Center High School.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
There's a look at the sophomore Zach Poppy coming in to pitch for Park Center. He has worked 10 innings for the Pirates so far this season, so he'll be coming on in a little bit of a tough spot here. Leadoff man aboard, and the 3-4 hitters coming up for Elk River. Mitch Stroh, who's at a bouncer back to the pitcher and then a fly to center field. But having a dynamite year for them, certainly one of the best, or probably the best hitter in their lineup, hitting .481 coming into the game, and good football and hockey player as well. Going to play baseball at Augustana in Sioux Falls next year.
Not a bad team there.
And Stroh drives this one hard out to left center field. It'll be down for a hit and should score a run. Eldridge waved around. And Stroh digging for third. The throw to third is not in time. It's a triple for Stroh, and it's 3-0 Elk River.
Well, nice job by Stroh. You know, he was not waiting around for a walk or to take a pitch, and usually it's a great time to jump on that first pitch is after a new pitcher comes in. You know, he's just trying to find his command, and Poppy grooved one, caught a little too much of the plate, and Stroh did some damage. That's what the three hitter's supposed to do.
Joe Pelly steps in now for Elk River, and he will attempt to follow suit here. Well, we saw that the last game I did over at the Armstrong-Champlin Park game, too. First pitch from a reliever was drilled for an extra base hit. They don't allow you to ease in necessarily. There's a strike taken by Pelly, who had a single and then struck out last time around. Great opportunity to bring in another run here for the Elks, so the Pirates have the infield up. And that one bounces and gets away, and here comes Stroh, and he is going to make it standing up. So the Elks add another run to make it 4-0 as he comes in on the wild pitch.
Good heads-up base running by Stroh. I saw that ball in the dirt. It didn't get too far from the catcher, but he was ready to go. And so now Poppy's got to damage or control the damage here.
Yeah, you saw that McKenzie tried to fight it off, and the run scores easily, and then a base hit by Pelly as he knocks a single to right field. So we saw the pitchers, both of them, kind of breezing along to a certain degree here with some great defense and some hard hit balls at people. And now they're starting to drop in a little bit as Pelly delivers a single to kind of restart the rally for Elk River. Austin Humphrey will bat now. Runner at first, nobody out, 2 runs already in here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, hard ground ball by Pelly through the right side. And now they got more base runners on, and they're looking to add more runs on here as if you're Elk River. You're not playing just for one more. You want to put some more runs up, some more crooked numbers.
Humphrey has to dance out of the way of that one. He's been on a couple of times, a walk and a single. Then was caught stealing last time.
I think Poppy just has to make sure, you know, you got to keep throwing it in there, not down the middle, but you got to make your pitch and, you know, still hit your spots.
Gonna throw to first.
Might have been leaning a little bit.
And a note Pelly with good speed, and the notes from Coach Holmgren. And this one has popped up to short left. It's going to be the shortstop Stein over on the edge of the grass to make the catch for out number 1. Big first out. It kind of take a deep breath a little bit if you're Poppy there to get that first one out of the way.
Well, he made a good pitch. You know, he made a pitcher's pitch and got an out of it. You know, the pitch he threw to Stroh was, you know, it was not a pitcher's pitch, and Stroh did some damage. So, you know, you don't want to be up there walking guys and nibbling. You know, you still got to make your pitch if you're a pitcher.
Runner is going to Soski, hitting it hard down to short. Stein, backhander, throw to first, and a big collision. And then a push, and ball, let's see what the call is. It looks like he's going to be safe. Runner's at the corners.
Well, you know, the runner has to try to avoid the fielder making a play, but it's such a bang-bang play sometimes that it's difficult to avoid them.
You see the ball gets away, and there's the collision. And Sherva looks like have they ejected him? He's being sent to the dugout, it looks like.
Oh, I don't know what Sherva missed what he did.
Well, he got up and pushed the runner. Yeah, looks like he has. It looked like he tossed Sherva out of the game. Watch him get up right here.
Oh, he does push him in the back. I see. Okay. So yeah, it's a difficult call too. It's bang bang, and yeah, you just can't be pushing a guy in the back after the play is done. You know, baseballs can be a little bit of a violent game. Yeah, the runner's trying to. He sees the fielder there, and puts his hands up. He's trying to avoid it. not a lot you can do on that if you're either the runner or the fielder. You know, it's just how it goes sometimes. So Poppy made another nice pitch, Jay. He got a ground ball. Made a good pitcher's pitch again.
Matt Dobler is going to come in to play first base. So everybody's safe. Runners at the corners, and Sherva has been ejected, it looks like. Lucas Brockman, the batter now for Elk River. Toss to first. Well, they let Dobler handle the ball a little bit right after he came in. Anyway, that's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, get his feet wet right away.
Time has been called, and I don't know what the umpire was talking to, or who he was talking to, actually. Somebody down the line, and Coach Holmgren's coming over just to weigh in or figure out what they were calling.
Looks like they're still getting along. I don't know if the umpire was talking to the dugout.
Brockman slicing it, but it's going to be fouled on the left field line. Boy, that one would have been a long run to go get if it had stayed fair.
Well, Poppy's got to try to get something, get an out here without a run scoring, either a strikeout or pop up. It looks like the middle infield is playing back, double play depth, corners up a little bit.
And this one thrown away, and a run will score. Dusowski might take a turn and head for third here, and he will. There's a lot of room down there in foul ground, and so he will come all the way around to third after Pelly scores.
Yeah, and that's just something that's unfortunate for Park Center. You just don't want to throw the other team runs. You know, you got to be mindful when you're throwing over to first. If there is a runner at third base, you just have to be careful of that.
And obviously a new first baseman in there as well. I'm not saying that Sherva necessarily would have caught that ball or anything like that, but and you see the run scoring there is Pelly in.
Yeah, and as a young pitcher, Poppy, he doesn't necessarily have to throw to the base. He can just step off and look the runner back.
A little tapper to the pitcher. Poppy will throw to first. They get the out as Dusowski remains planted over at third. So they get a big out there. And looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here coming for the Elks, as Zach Stroh will be the batter now. So Zach Stroh hitting with a runner at third, 2 outs. Elk River has got 3 runs in this inning and 5-run lead now.
Well, Stroh's got a chance to drive a guy in. It's always great if you're a pinch hitter and you got a runner in scoring position. You want to prove yourself here. You want to get something you can handle.
Lifting it out to left field, but it'll hang up, and catch made there, but the damage is done. The Elks, as we said, get 3 runs in the inning on 3 base hits. There was 1 costly error for Park Center and 1 left aboard. We go to the bottom of 6. It's 5-0 Elks.
What makes your community feel like home? Is it knowing what's happening in your neighborhood, or when people know your name? Connections make us a community. For more than 30 years, Northwest Community Television has connected citizens, neighbors, even sports fans through video. As life gets busier than ever, we will still offer you a connected community experience through CCX Media, so you can stay connected to the place you call home.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. Already posted it.
to the bottom half of inning number 6. Sam Kill, Mitch Meyer, and Tanner Stein will step up for the Pirates against Sam Orgon, the sophomore, who is working into the 6th inning like his counterpart Riley Peterson did. Peterson didn't last long into the 6th though, and see what Orgon has here. Lifted out to right field by Kill, and that one is caught, so one gone here in the 6th.
One pitch, one out. Oregon will take that all day long. Park Center needs base runners. They got to try to work the count maybe a little more and try to foul some pitches off, hit some holes.
Another look as Carlson had no trouble reading this one. Mitch Meyer, the DH, stepping in now for PC. Trying to drag that one with him, but he fouls it off.
Meyer's just trying to get something going for his team. He's 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a ground out. I'm sure he's not happy about that. He just wants to get on base here for his guys.
Kind of interesting. The sun is coming out brighter than it's been all day. However, when you look out to the outfield, the clouds are dark as can be. Hard one hopper and a nice play defensively again. The Elks have been solid with the glove as scooped up there by Dusoski for out number 2 as he flips to first.
Yeah, Meyer hit the ball hard, right on the nose. Second baseman, not a difficult play. One hopper.
So Tanner Stein will bat now for Park Center. Had a fly to center, and then last time an absolute rope right at the third baseman. So 0 for 2, but maybe deserved better last time up for sure.
Well, good pitch selection there. Just first pitch, off-speed breaking ball. I think coach is calling pitches from the dugout, so keeping the game, the pitch selection well mixed here.
Another curveball. Stein, I think, is probably of anybody on this team, the one guy that everybody in the conference fears a little bit. You know, you hear his name mentioned when they're talking about, oh, we've got Park Center coming up. Fouls this one away.
Yeah, strong hitter, strong kid. He's batting in the cleanup spot. He's had a nice game at short. He's had to make some far-ranging plays, keep balls in the infield, and
ooh, and that one curveball behind him. Got away clearly from Oregon there.
Yeah, he got under that one. That one slipped out of the hand.
And high and tight with that one, so 3-2.
Oregon's having some fun out there for a guy that hasn't pitched much. He's at least this season, I should say.
Yeah, he's been pretty loose and pretty good out there. Curveball just got a piece of it off the end of the bat.
I suppose it's a lot easier to have fun when you got a 5-run lead, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Be interesting to see if this is his last inning or not. I said earlier in the game I didn't think he'd go this far. Either guy would, based on the fact that they hadn't been pitching much, but been pretty efficient.
Well, sometimes you get into that as a coach. It's like, well, if he's throwing a shutout, do we want him to try to get a complete game out of it?
And Stein, a hard hit over shortstop. I was going to say, I wonder if he'll come back with a fastball or not, and because he knows Stein's a good hitter, and he has his first base hit of the game. So a 2-out runner for the Pirates. Spencer Harrington will be the batter, and that was another solid line drive. This time got it up over the infielder, though, and a base hit.
Well, 3-2 count. I mean, good hitters, you don't want to walk the guy. That's the last thing you want to do, and good hitters are going to get their hits. So you just kind of live to see another day, go after the next guy here.
Yeah, with this kind of a lead, too, I agree. It would be more damaging to walk him. Inside for ball 1 here to Harrington.
Yeah, Park Center just got to try to string a few hits together, some base runners, get some things going here.
And there is a liner that's going to drop in right field for a base hit. Throw will come into second as all the way around to third goes Stein. So there are back-to-back hits now. Spencer Harrington delivering a single. And Jackson Dwyer will be the batter, and that's talked about it in lots of games. That's one of the reasons baseball is so much fun, is the clock's not going to run out on you. You've still got very much an opportunity to get right back in this game.
Yep, you got to get 21 outs. So nice job by Harrington going the other way with that pitch.
Jackson Dwyer will be the hitter. Last ball bobbled in the outfield there, but I won't score that as an error because I don't think you can assume that Stein wouldn't have made third anyway on that play.
Right, yeah, it was hit well enough between the outfielders, I think, you know, that Stein was going to get to third.
Dwyer and a liner and caught at third base by Humphrey. So the Elks having a little luck on their side as well here as a hard atom ball again. Park Center in the sixth, no runs, 2 base hits and 2 left on. We go to inning number 7. It is 5-0 Elk River.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back here to Park Center. New pitcher for the Pirates is Matt Sporey called on here. He moves from right field onto the mound, and Poppy will move from pitcher to right field for Park Center as Sporey tries to keep it where it's at and give his team one more chance with the bats, as Elk River will have the 9-1-2 spots coming up here in the top of the 7th as Kyle Esprum getting set to lead things off. And Pirates will be at home the next couple days as well and playing Centennial and Anoka as the conference race goes down to the final stretch here. Some key games here this week. I know Champlain Park is right in the hunt, and they'll be playing Blaine in a game Wednesday that could very much to decide the conference title. I believe coming into the week, Blaine's at 2 losses, and then Champlain Park and Armstrong at 3 losses. So still very much up for grabs in the conference race.
Yeah, this is where it really helps to have a deep pitching staff this time of year with a lot, you know, all these games, they start piling up. But like we said earlier, it's nice to see a couple guys that started the game. Peterson and Oregon doing a nice job. Well, I'm not sure if they're going to go to the bullpen for Elk River or not, but this is Park Center's 3rd pitcher, I believe, today.
Esprum's gone 1 for 2. He had a nice single to knock in a run in the 2nd inning. And then ground out to short. And a first pitch strike.
That's a good start for Sporey.
And sliced out to right field, and just on the edge of the grass, that'll be a base hit for Esprum.
Nice piece of hitting by Esprum, just going the other way with it, not trying to do too much. And Elk River's got their leadoff guy on here to start the top of the 7th.
Yeah, you see him really reaching for that ball and pushing it to right field. And that's the thing, that's the kind of pitch, if you try to pull that, you're almost certainly not going to be able to put it in play with much authority, but just kind of went with it there. So Tristan Carlson, the batter. Little chopper foul.
But you know, it's nice to see hitters use the whole field, just like Esprum did. I mean, it wasn't a pretty swing, but you know, it's a lot about, you know, good hand-eye coordination and keeping the hands back enough to where you know, you can hit that kind of a pitch.
Runner is going. The throw down is in time. McKenzie throwing out his second base runner of the day. And so 1 out. Boy, a very nice throw. That pitch was not a bad one to throw on. It was a little bit outside. Oh, and we've got another ejection, it sounds like. Esprum is ejected from the game as well, it looks like.
That looked like the right call. I mean, McKenzie threw a bullet down the second and got him.
And so Esprum is apparently ejected. Carlson will knock a single into right field to throw to first, but not in time. So Tristan Carlson delivering a single after his teammate Esprum was thrown out. Here's the bad news for Elk River. Esprum's played a great game at shortstop, and he's not going to be available for the bottom of the 7th, it looks like.
That's right. Yeah, that's not a good thing to do for your. You have to have the discipline. You might not agree with the call. Umpires don't always get them right, but you just have to really be mentally tough and you look at the bigger picture.
Charley Eldridge takes a strike, so a rare one. We've seen 2 guys ejected, 1 for each team.
Yeah, Esperham's had a very nice game at shortstop.
Curveball way outside. McKenzie does a nice job to backhand that one.
Well, I'm not sure if Elk River's had a couple guys thrown out today. They've been putting the bat on the ball throughout their lineup, so maybe just let guys hit.
Ooh, and that one almost hit him. It would have, but he couldn't take the chance on getting hit up high, so he ducked under it. And he offered at that one a nice curveball. It was out of the zone, but Eldridge just not quite able to hold up. Good call by the umpire that he brought the bat through the zone there.
Yeah, nice breaking ball by Spory there on a 2-1 count. Hitter's definitely expecting a fastball there and got the breaking ball.
Another curveball here, and that one is chopped foul at the plate.
Park Center looking for a double play here.
Curveball hangs way up high. So the count will run full here to the Elk center fielder. Runner at first base, 1 out. See if they might start the runner. They've already had a guy thrown out in this inning, though, stealing.
Good opportunity to start the runner here.
Spory holding the ball a little bit longer, and Eldridge asks for time. That's a little back and forth game there. I think it's a smart play by the pitcher there. Just vary when you're going to come to the plate. Keep that runner guessing a little bit. And he misses inside, and Eldridge draws a walk. So 2 on now with 1 out for the Elks. And Stroh will be the hitter. Mitch Stroh, that is, who smoked a triple to drive in a run last inning and came in to score.
Well, Stroh coming up with 2 runners on again and looking to do some more damage.
First pitch up high and out of the zone.
And you just got to make, better pitches to good hitters. You got to make quality pitches. Yeah, you're not going to get away with poor quality pitches against guys that can swing the bat.
That one is a strike on the inside part, so 1-1.
And that's a good pitch by Spory. He came inside with a fastball. Not afraid to come inside against a good hitter. That's a good good approach. I like to see that.
And it comes back in there, and Stroh fouls it away, so 1-2 now.
Sometimes, opposing pitchers or catchers will give the hitter a little too much credit, and not taking anything away from Stroh. He's an excellent hitter, but you still got to go after him.
And he went after one up high, drives it fouled on the third base line. And in on the hands, he knocks it to the pitcher, but then it's airmailed out into beyond second. Nice backup, though, by Dwyer, as I thought that ball was going to get into the outfield for sure. The bases will be loaded up. E1 there, as he wanted to go with the double play ball. Very nice play to field this, but then his throw, he just got way underneath that. And that's a very good backup by Dwyer. I thought there was no way that ball wasn't going to the outfield.
Yeah, he made a nice pitch right in on the hands and a nice fielding play. Just try to aim the ball a little too much to second base.
Joe Pelly stepping in now for Elk River, takes a first pitch strike. He's 2 for 3 today, so not especially the guy that the Pirates wanted to see up in this spot. Bases full, 1 out. And Spory, you can see he's having a little bit of trouble with the grip on that. He was mad at himself. A couple of those breaking balls have really gotten away from him.
Yeah, he's left a few up like that. He's thrown some good ones, but he just hasn't been consistent with it yet.
And that one is outside, and obviously there's nowhere to put him here. 2-1. Don't want to walk in a run here.
2-1, the hitters count. Pelly's looking to do some damage on this one.
And it's way outside though, so 3-1. And there is ball 4, so they'll walk in a run. And the base is still loaded up as Austin Humphrey gets set to come in. We might see a pitching change perhaps here for Park Center as Coach Johnson out.
Well, Spory did such a nice job pitching to the number 3 hitter Stroh, and then he kind of got away from that against Pelly and just, you know, tried to nibble a little too much just because the bases were loaded. And I know we don't want to groove pitches if you're a pitcher. That's why it's so important to work on your command. You know, try to get your fastball command on both sides of the plate. Hitting's hard enough. You know, that's why, you know, you look at major leaguers in the Hall of Fame, you know, they fail 7 out of 10 times. And so pitchers need to be mindful of that, still come after the hitter.
He's going to stick with Spory, and boy, how different the inning would look if he hadn't made that bad throw on the, you know, he, like you said, made a really good pitch and a really good fielding play to come off the mound, but his throw to second was bad. If that's a double play, they're back in the dugout and they're up getting a chance to hit. And even if they only got 1 out on that play, it would have made a huge difference in the inning. But a lot of what ifs there. Austin Humphrey is the batter for Elk River. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball. He's at a walk and a single, and his 3 trips to the plate, 1 for 2.
Well, you'll see major leaguers airmail throws like that as well to second base. They do it in spring training for a couple months, and then they get away from doing all their fielding work. And I don't know how much Spory has worked on that drill.
High chopper, they'll come home, and oh, it's bobbled, and a run will score. Everyone's safe, as Kill not able to come up with that one at third. And so the wheels coming off a little bit for Park Center later in this game, as this one appeared to be a relatively routine play there to try and get 1 out at least.
Well, you know, it looked like, you know, Kiln had a great position on it. And I think the ball hit him right in the palm, which is really where most infielders want to catch the ball anyway, so they can make a quicker throw. You don't want to catch the ball deep in the web if you got to make a throw, if you can help it. And I think that's what Killen was trying to do, is just make that nice smooth transition, and the ball just popped right out of the palm of his glove.
Dusoski, the hitter, takes that one up high for a ball. It's 1-1, so base is still full. A couple runs in the inning, so 7-0 lead for Elk River, and Dusoski trying to really stretch it out. Here's a liner, and that'll be over second and into right field for a hit. Just 1 run will score, as the runners had to hold up. And that'll make it 8-0 as Dusoski delivering an RBI single there. just out of Dwyer's reach.
Well, you know, and Sporey's just got to do that. You know, it's just a matter of time before the other team starts getting hits if you can't make the play on routine outs. And, you know, he's just got to really keep his chin up and you know, not get on his teammates. Just do his job out there. I mean, there's nobody that feels worse than the guy that makes the error, so you just have to be mentally tough if you're the pitcher out there.
Lucas Brockman takes the first 2 pitches for balls. See, he is 0 for 3 this afternoon. And now a 3-0 count.
Well, let's see if Brockman's going to swing on 3-0. Usually if you're up by this many runs, you usually take the strike.
And instead it'll be ball 4 that he takes, so we'll walk in a run.
Yeah, things just kind of unraveled for the Pirates. They had a nice strong game going on. Just didn't make the routine plays that you need to make to give yourself a chance to win. That's, you know, when you're hard enough to get 21 outs, and when you got to get, you know, from errors, if you're not getting those outs, and you got to get it, you know, you got to try to get 26, 27 outs, makes it a lot tougher.
So a pitching change here for Park Center as they're going to bring Harrington in from left field. And he will take his warm-up tosses as Elk River's lead has grown to 9-0 here. We'll step aside and be back in just a moment.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Spencer Harrington will come in from the outfield to pitch here for Park Center and just try to get them out of this inning. 4 runs have scored in the inning, so they now trail at 9-0. And AJ Kozitka, who re-entered the game, Kozitka batting here in the 8th slot, driving it just foul down the third baseline.
Kozitka with a good aggressive approach. You know, good hitters are aggressive hitters. He's not waiting around. That's what you do with guys on base. They'll be ready to drive him in.
He's 0 for 2 today. Takes that one up high for a ball. Hits it hard and a nice catch by Kill, but he doesn't win the race to the bag there. So 2 outs in the inning as Kozitka lines out to third, and now we're going to have a new batter in the number 9 slot here. As you get a look, just got up, climbed the ladder, and not quite able to get the out. Patrick Boland is going to be the batter now for Elk River. You see Kill with a nice catch and then just couldn't quite reach him.
Nice play by Kill, a good reaction, and also really good base running by Elk River there. I mean, you're taught, you know, on ball in the air to go back or to freeze, and so many times you see that runner will get off and go towards home plate and get doubled off. So Humphrey made a nice base running play there. It's good reaction there. So good play all around, defensively and by the base runner.
Patrick Boland fouling this one away down the right field line. He entered the game because Esprum was ejected actually earlier this inning after he was caught stealing. It looked like he had a little word for the umpire who didn't approve and tossed him. And that one way up and out of the zone as well.
Seems like the bases have been loaded for quite a while.
And that it just happens that way sometimes in games. It just gets away from you late, and all of a sudden those outs that you were getting earlier just seem hard to come by.
Yep. That's why it's so important to make the routine outs. You know, just do that, and you always got a chance to win.
And that's going to be a balk, I think.
Oh, second one today. I thought he stepped back. He's going from the windup with a runner at third. I guess he's more comfortable doing that.
So Bach will score the run. It looked as though that Harrington was confused by the umpire's signal. He pointed to him, you know, ready for play, and he turned around and looked like he was caught off guard by what he was signaling, and he you know, turned the shoulders while he was on the rubber, I guess there. Oof, and then that one fouled off McKenzie.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what his footwork was. If he stepped back.
I think eventually he did, but I think it looked like it was a real awkward look to when he was still on the rubber. I think that my first glance, I would say it probably was a correct call. And Boland gives this one a ride out to left center. Diving try will not be enough to get it. 2 more runs are going to score. Boland digging around second. He is into third with a triple.
Oh, nice job by Boland. He clears the bases with a triple coming into the game. First at bat. Does some damage for Elk River. Just out of the reach of the center fielder.
Adam Kruger is going to get set to bat here for the Elks. Looks at a pitch up high for a ball.
Kruger's first at bat today.
And that one high and tight.
Coach for Elk River trying to get more guys in the game. He's got this one in control pretty well here, up 12-0.
And now 3-0. There's a strike.
Well, Harrington just got to do his job, make him swing the bat. Fielder's been out there for quite a while this inning for Park Center, so they just want to get back in that dugout. And these types of games are not fun when you're on the wrong end of them.
Knocked down to second, and they get Kruger to get out of the inning here, but it's a big inning for Elk River. So they put 7 runs on the board, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 12-0 Elks.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
welcome back. What had been a really close, good ball game for a long time has kind of gotten away from Park Center late in the game here. They will have one more at bat coming up bottom of the 7th inning, and they'll be seeing a new pitcher. Left-hander Jimmy Heinzen will come on in relief, and boy, Sam Orgon, he's he probably, if they had such a thing, he'd get the game ball probably for Elk River, as he hadn't pitched much, first varsity start, and he throws 6 shutout innings. They couldn't ask for any more from him.
No, Oregon did a great job today. Can't be any happier. You know, you go 6 shutout innings, and you know, and during a close game to boot. So it wasn't like he was breezing through. He had made some good quality pitches, and he's should get the W on this one, unless Park Center can mount a tremendous rally.
Well, here's the thing, though. You've got brand new pitcher, so you don't know how that's going to turn out. And some new infielders as well. Bo Babcock over there at third, and got a new shortstop, obviously, too, as Esprim was ejected. And so they'll, you know, do their best to keep everything going as it was previous. Derek Dugas is the batter to lead it off here for Park Center, and he will test the shortstop right away. Throw across, though, is in time. And I believe that is Pelly, who's come in to play short. Yes, it is. Yep.
Pelly, yep.
So Dugas is out 6-3, 1 gone here in the 7th. And the batter for Park Center will be Matt Dobler.
Yeah, first pitch out. The DH, Pelly, now at short. So looks like he can play over there, too.
So Dobler will bat. He came in defensively for Sherva when Sherva was ejected. Again, not too many games you see that. Two guys tossed down the right field line and foul. Good effort there, but not able to get to it as Kazitka. And so Dobler will have a long foul ball and step back in.
Well, this is a good opportunity for your hitters to, you know, maybe guys that don't get as many at bats, you know, let them get up there and let them swing. You know, no sense taking a strike here. You're not going to learn a whole lot. You know, swing the bat.
Heinzen firing that one past him. Taken for a ball. All of a sudden the sun could be a little bit of an issue. I'm watching the left fielder really shielding his eyes out there. It's been mostly a cloudy day, and then now it's come out really bright.
Yeah, it's tough on the left side of the infield here. Nice pitch by Heinzen, put the hitter away. That's he's been efficient here.
Dobler down on strikes, and that will leave it up now to Dylan McKenzie.
McKenzie's had a nice game behind the plate. He's thrown out a couple runners.
So a nice breaking ball there from Heinzen to get that strikeout. Yeah, he really has. He's caught 2 guys stealing and also had a single his first time up. So, and again, if you check out this score online or whatever later, and you say, oh boy, you know, Elk River took it to him. But really, for most of the game, it was 2-0, pretty deep into the game. It was a good ball game, and then it just kind of the wheels fell off.
Yeah, and I think that's how Park Center is going to go back and you know, talk about that. You know, their coaches, you're exactly right, Jay. You know, it was a close game for the majority of it.
Fouled away, and of course the Pirates, as we said, played a game. Oh, look at that. That's a nice grab over there as Sherva, who is off the game.
Well, he's staying active, so that's good.
Yeah, the Pirates beat Andover 2-1 in 8 innings earlier today, right before this one. So kind of a long day at the ballpark for them, and I'm sure that last, you know, top of the 7th felt like it took 3 hours for them. But
and they're back at it tomorrow again?
Yeah, both teams got going to bounce right back and play again, which has kind of been the theme for this spring. Ooh, breaking ball there, and Heinzen looking in. Really? Okay.
Well, Heinzen's a senior, you know, and he's up there. He's throwing, you know, he's got good control, good command. He's around the plate. Thought he had that one.
And a little tapper here. Going to be a tough play. Heinzen gets over to cover, and they'll get the out to end the ball game. So a 1-2-3 seventh worked by Heinzen, and Elk River getting their 5th conference win and 10th win overall this season, as they did a nice job. Got a well-pitched game, played well in the field, and then eventually broke through with the bats. Park Center, as we said, nice win in their first game today and played, relatively well for most of this game, but just things got a little bit ugly at the end. So the final score in this one is Elk River 12 and Park Center nothing. For Mike Bozek and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. So long from Park Center High School.